Hello, everybody. Here we are again for one more podcast session. And here I have the group and also a guest. We have Bilal, Sito, we have Kashi, we have Guy, and the guest for the day, Fabio. Dev is not joining us today because it's his kid brother's birthday today, so he is not with us today, but he's gonna be here next time. Does anybody want to tell the audience what today's topic is?
Yes, I will say. Endure, no matter what.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I want to be the last one because I want to talk about this topic a little bit more. But Kashi, when you hear this, endure, no matter what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
Okay, sir. And thank you so much for this podcast. I am here and hello, everybody. So, according to me, sir, life is full of challenges.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think endurance help us to overcome them. And I think it's not a physical strength.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mental and it's a emotional resilience, I think. So you asked about me that what comes in my mind if I think about this topic. So I think, sir, I will explain. I will summarize them in some points. Just like to endure, we should first number. We should set our goals. So we should know that what we are doing.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, that we should break down our small big goals into smaller steps to achieve a good way. And I think number three, we should accept the failure to keep moving forward. And number four, I think we should surround ourselves in a sportive people. If sportive people with us, so we can do everything, I think. So one thing is coming in my mind. Just Nelson Mandela said that fall 7 times, stand up 8. So I think I think endurance is a muscle that grows with time, with practice.
Do you have something that you could share with us, an experience about endurance that you could share with us when you were a child, something that you had to endure no matter what?
Yeah, most of the time when I face a hurdle, when I face anything which I was not expecting, so definitely I was endure and I was not able to handle this. So right now, as time goes, as I join my professional life, so everything is going smooth.
Yeah.
So everything is everything because I'm gaining experience and I'm gaining different things. So according to that experience, everything is going fine. So I think it's all about the practice. It's all about the time.
Yeah.
So I get this. So last thing I would say that let's cultivate endurance and achieve our dreams.
Awesome.
That's it, sir.
Awesome. What about you, Guy? What can you tell about this? Endure?
Yeah, I completely agree with Kashi, and I would like to take it on the way, for example, about dreams. You never give up about your dreams. So to endure that, it's really important. And also, I guess you need to be resilient in everything that you propose, because I think the life is a purpose, and you need to find the way to find something that makes sense for your life, so you need to endure in everything, and also your life, yeah, for example, endure everything no matter what.
Bilal, what about you? You're muted, Bilal.
Yeah, okay. Hello, guys. Hello, everyone. And I am really thank you for this topic. It's very tough, and at the same time, in general, I will talk about the life. It depends on the suffering or endure.
Yeah.
Everything in this life, you have to suffer. You have to resistance with this. I think all of the beginnings of if you want to work, if you want to play, if you want to go to school, to university, if you want to go to live, if you want to go to speak English, you have to suffer. Okay, if you want to learn anything new, you have to suffering, or you have to take some experience, because how can I say that, you will after that you will be more experienced. I think life, it depends on suffering, and you have to accept it. And there is no human, there is nobody in this life rest. Okay, there is no work is rest, and relax or rest. Everything is in this life is suffering, but you have to look forward. You have to be positive. You have to be optimistic, and go to this world. Go do everything you have, everything you love, because I have one proverb. It's very good. To live to live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. So, and another proverb, it's very good. The reward of suffering is experience. And I will talk about this proverb little bit. There's a lot of people say, I was working in this company, I was learning this language, but I didn't get anything is positive for. No, you already learning new something, and you already have a little bit experience about that.
And
So
also, your job is something that has endurance, because you deal, let's say, with life and death every day, and you have to be positive no matter what. Even though a person is dying at the moment, you have to be positive, and you have to have the smile to show somebody, even though your heart is aching or you are torn inside of yourself. So this is
yes,
a proof of endurance as well.
it happened with me. Guys, at the same time, I make CPR with the person, and he already did, unfortunately, and I was really sad. After that, the next day, I do CPR for person, and he already lived.
He survived. Yeah.
Yeah, he survived. Okay, you have to be you have now to be optimistic. And yesterday, you already has to be sad. And yes, that's it. That's the life. That's it. The life.
Yeah.
And guys, the words around the words, there is a lot of war, Gaza, Lebanon, and a lot of people suffering. In Ukraine already, a lot of people suffering. Yeah, that's a really sad. That's a really sad point. But don't give up.
I really know where you're coming from. Thank you, Bilal. That's amazing. And what about you? We have a guest. Fabio, what can you say about this? Endure, and no matter what.
Hello, guys.
Hello, Fabio.
Okay. About that word endurance, you can say many things and many perspectives, like Bilal said, Dashi and Gui. But I'd like to bring in a phrase. That phrase is "dreams come true," and there is a reason to say that, because everyone needs to believe in their dreams. And if you think in a timeline, in my opinion, you need to start believe in something, to have patience. You need to be persistent, work hard, uh, and so you can you become an endurance. You can see your personal life like endurance life. But no matter what do you want to do, or do you want to see, or because in our life we have many different ways to see or to do. So you can analyze many different things in the world, like religion, works, wars.
Yeah.
So I think everyone says the same thing. We have the same thinking. So I think is that about
Yeah, that's
endurance.
fine.
You need to believe in your dreams. It's the first time. It's my first point
I
that you need.
agree. I agree. Now, if you allow myself, I think this topic is really important. That's why I always like to be the last once I am the head of the podcast, let's say. But endure no matter what, it's part of my life ever since I was born. Ever since I knew
Sure.
myself as a person, I had to start to endure things. I had to start to endure to survive because I was born before the right time. My mom was 7 months pregnant and I was born. I almost died. I nearly died. And I needed to learn everything. My life wasn't even a journey. My life was and is an odyssey. It's even worse than a journey. But I learned that I have to endure because, unfortunately, people judge a book by its cover. So when people see me before they talk to me, they judge me because of the way I walk. As I was talking to Bilal's brother earlier, he knows exactly what kind of disability I have and what kind of disability I face. So there was many people at school when I was studying. When I was in school, like we had I don't know. We were playing, and there were some things that they needed to hold my hand, and they didn't want to hold my hand because they were afraid of leaving the place walking the way I do. So I had to start enduring rejection. So everything in my life up to now, I have to prove with official papers. If I go to a concert and I need a special place, I need to prove with the paper. The person doesn't even see me and say, no, this man really needs assistance or really needs help, and he's not lying. I have to prove everything. And I have a story I would like to share with you. Once I was at a shopping mall with my family, and my mom and my wife were together in a shop, in a China store. Do you know what a China store is? China is something very delicate, and you have pieces like plates, like vases. And I said, girls, I'm not going in. I call my mom and my wife girls. I'm not going in because I am in my wheelchair, because I use my wheelchair for long distances and for my comfort, because I walk short distances, but long distances I get tired. And I remember they went inside, and there was a girl who inside the store, she was looking outside, and she started to gawk at me. Do you know this verb, to gawk? To gawk means to look at you like this, but in a weird way, you know, to stare at you, but to look at you in a weird way. I said, uh-oh, something's gonna come from there. And I waited a couple minutes, and suddenly I saw somebody holding on the handle of my wheelchair in the back. The first thing a person has to know, I learned it when I was living in New York. Nobody is allowed to touch your wheelchair if you don't allow them. So I could feel that she wanted to push me away from the window. I said, "Hey, what's going on?" "Oh, sir, I'm sorry. I'm just pushing you ahead of the window a little bit." I said, "Why are you doing this?" "Because you have a China store and I am an ugly person, a disabled person, not to be in front of the window, right?" And the girl immediately blushed, because I could see from her reaction that she was just doing what her manager asked her to do, like push him away from the window because he should not be there because we have a beautiful store and he shouldn't be in front of the window. I said, "Okay, you can take my chair away, please, to the side. I'm sorry to be in front of the window." And my wife immediately saw, and my mom immediately saw the same thing, and they were inside of the store. And then my wife came and she asked me, "What's going on?" I said, "No, she wanted to push my wheelchair a little bit further because I was in front of the window and people could not see, or maybe it was making the front of the store uglier because of my physical shape or whatever." My mom and my wife left the store immediately. They said, "No, we're not buying." And they were going to buy things at the store. So this is something that I needed to learn to endure, because I endure things since I was little. When my kids were born, when my oldest son was born, my father was walking with him around near my house because in front of my house there's a big green area. So he was walking with my son and they asked my father, "Hey, who's this little child?" He said, it's Rod's kid." Said, "Rod's kid? How?" My dad said, How?" Because they think that a person with a disability, they can be married, they can have children, they can do anything. So I needed to develop thick skin. So that's why I am so open to people and I try to help people. But I have to confess that I endure these things no matter what. But these things brings you like anxiety. These things brings you panic attacks.
Yeah. Okay.
So when I started my teaching career, because I teach for 28 years now, people would come to me, "But you're gonna teach me this way, walking this way?" And my wife, she tells people what they need to hear. I am a little bit more toned down. "But you're gonna teach me walking this way?" They ask me when I'm walking around. And my wife tells them, "He's not gonna teach you with his legs, he's gonna teach you with his head." And one day, one guy told me, "You're gonna teach me this way." I wasn't married yet, and I was a single person. I had just started my career. I said, "Yes, but let me tell you one thing. If you don't like my lesson, if you don't like my class, whatever you want to call it, we can find another teacher for you tomorrow." And I started teaching the class, like enduring and no matter what, as I'm saying. And I remember that at the end of the class, I had really forgotten what the guy had told me, that he didn't know if he would like my lesson. And at the end of the lesson, I saw a guy coming, walking up to me. And it was this guy, but I didn't remember anymore the story because when I'm teaching, I forget about everything. I joke as I joke with you guys. And he came to me and his eyes were filled with tears. And he said, "I'm really sorry." I said, "What for?" And then it dawned on me that he was saying he was sorry because of what he said to me earlier. So, no, he said, I'm sorry because I judged you before I could see what you were capable of doing. Well, how can I apologize to you? I told him. He told me, how can I apologize to you? And then I told him, you know what? You come tomorrow or you come for next class. And after 4 years, I handed the diploma for him. So handing the diploma to him, it was one a resilience story, endurance story, no matter what. So I sometimes I it hurts, but I don't let it show. It hurts, but I don't let it show. So that's why I chose this topic. So I think life, we need to survive. And always remember, Bilal likes sentences and phrases and quotes. And I have one that I always tell you, and that there will always be a new tomorrow. So no matter what's happening today, there will always be a new tomorrow. That's my share for this. I hope you could understand, could enjoy. And I think it was a very important topic because everybody's going through endurance times in this group, I guess. Guy is going through endurance time. Fabio is going through endurance time. Kash is going through endurance time. And I am going through an endurance time as well. So we are living endurance battles. Okay. So that's why I chose this topic. Do you have anything left to say, guys? Guy, Fabio, Kashi, Bilal, do you have anything left to say?
Just to thank you for that history that you told for us, because
you didn't know that before.
Yes, but always that I hear that, I feel proud of you because you are, how can I say, you are a really strong man, bro, and I need to keep you with me for the rest of my life.
Thank you so much.
Because I really appreciate your history, you know.
Yes, but I don't do this as a victim. I don't play the victim card. You know, I just tell to keep people motivated, people to stay motivated and move forward, as Bilal said, because people need to stay motivated, because motivation is what pushes us forward. You know, so
and you do it when you share this history with us.
And that's why I have something I always like to say. There is family that I consider friends. There are family that I consider just somebody that I know.
Like, you know what I mean. Like a Fast Furious, we don't have friends. I have a family.
Yeah. Friends are the family that you choose, not the family that you have. Friends are the family that you choose. You know, so if you are here today, it's because you are my friends. Okay? Fabio, thank you for being with us. There is something that you wanted to say before we go as a guest for today's episode?
Yeah, it was really, really cool.
Okay.
To participate. Like
anytime.
I guess. So yeah. So I'd like to say that you all guys are my friends, of course.
Thank you.
Just we have here every day, and it's amazing how we can meet each other in details. Yeah. Besides, you never had together in person, but it's like
we're not together in person, but
year.
we are together every day. That's funny, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I feel you guys that you are together with me every day. So uh, I feel you guys like
Yeah.
my brother.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
if I compare with other guys that stay near me and here, so anyway,
One
I'm
thing that
proud
really
about it.
impacts me, one thing that really impacts me with everybody, because it's been like 1 year that we know each other, basically.
Yeah.
And 1 year ago, Bilal was so much different. He was learning English. He could barely speak English and he evolved. Now he's graduated. And Guy the same way, Fabio the same way. And things are evolving, things are changing. That's what it's amazing. But that's what I always say. We should never, ever give up. If we want it, we can do it. If we don't want it, we find an excuse. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody at home. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
I always like to share my story to to motivate people out there. And thank you for sharing all your thoughts about this. Thank you so much. See you next week. Bye bye.
Okay.
Fabio,
Bye.
Bye
thanks
bye,
for
guys.
being a
Thank
guest today. It was a pleasure.
my
We are
pleasure.
finished the recording, but not the conversation. See
Yeah.
you. Bye bye. Thank you.
See you.
Later.
Bye.
See you. See you.
Is Rod's friend here, Gino from Real Everyday English. Sorry for interrupting your video. I just want to make a quick recommendation that you subscribe to Rodrigo's channel. He's an amazing guy. He's so humble. He's so dedicated. And he creates absolutely fantastic content. See you people soon. Bye-bye. God bless.